You are strapped into the tip of a 36-story rocket filled with thousands of gallons of explosive fuel. Suddenly, a blinding flash fills the windows, a massive bang shakes your bones, and every screen goes completely black. Welcome back to Galaxy Hoppers. Today, we are reliving the terrifying launch of Apollo 12, the twin lightning strikes that crippled the massive spacecraft, and the completely obscure switch that saved a historic lunar mission. Launch day for Apollo 12 in November 1969 was incredibly ominous. A severe, dark thunderstorm hammered the Florida launchpad. The sky was thick with black clouds, but NASA executives decided to push forward with the countdown. Just 36 seconds after blasting off the launchpad, a massive lightning bolt struck the Saturn V rocket. The electrical current shot straight down the highly ionized exhaust plume, connecting the rocket directly to the ground. Inside the tiny command module, the master alarm suddenly shrieked. The intense smell of burning ozone flooded the cramped cabin. 16 seconds later, a second massive lightning bolt struck the ascending ship. The twin strikes were completely devastating. The massive surge of electricity completely overloaded the vital fuel cells inside the spacecraft. The command module's entire electrical system crashed instantly. Down in Houston, the telemetry screens inside Mission Control turned into pure, scrambled gibberish. The flight director watched the monitors in absolute horror. The telemetry data was completely useless. The moon mission was flying completely blind. Commander Pete Conrad sat inside the shaking capsule, his hand gripping the abort handle. That maneuver would violently rip the capsule away from the exploding rocket. But in the back row of Mission Control sat a 26-year-old flight controller named John Aaron. He stared intensely at the nonsensical data on his screen. Amazingly, his brain recognized the exact pattern of the scrambled numbers. He had seen this highly specific glitch during a random, late-night simulator test a full year prior. He grabbed his microphone and calmly told the flight director to have the panicking crew try SCE to AUX. It was an incredibly obscure switch. The flight director had absolutely no idea what that meant or where it was located. Commander Pete Conrad, sitting inside the dark, shaking capsule, was just as completely confused. But astronaut Alan Bean vaguely remembered the switch from a dense training manual. He reached up, flipped the toggle from normal to auxiliary, and the screens instantly rebooted. Vital data flooded back into Mission Control. A young engineer's photographic memory had just saved a multi-million-dollar mission. But as Apollo 12 coasted into a stable orbit, NASA engineers suddenly realized they were hiding a dark, terrifying secret from the crew. They feared the intense lightning strikes had prematurely fired the explosive bolts meant to deploy the capsule's parachutes. There was no physical way to inspect the exterior of the craft while floating in the vacuum of space. If those explosive bolts were fried, the heavy capsule would slam into the ocean at completely lethal speeds. NASA made the grim decision to stay totally silent. They chose not to cause panic where there was no solution. The crew flew to the moon, completely unaware of the danger. They spent days exploring the lunar surface, completely oblivious to the fact that their final, fiery descent back to Earth could be a fatal freefall. During the radio blackout of re-entry, Mission Control held their breath, waiting to see if the parachutes had survived. Luckily, the Silk deployed flawlessly, and the oblivious crew splashed down completely safely. If you enjoyed this deep dive into classified space history, please follow and subscribe. Share this with a friend so we can keep uncovering these forgotten cosmic stories. And until next time, stay curious.